I am completely stepping outside of my niche with this video, but I really wanted to talk about this show that I heard about yesterday from watching Bionic Pig's video, and I decided to check it out. I really enjoyed it, and apparently it's taking the world by storm. The pilot episode has 25 million views already, which is just insane. It just came out like 11 days ago. Anyways, I wanted to talk about it, so today I'm gonna be recommending the Amazing Digital Circus in 3 minutes. Okay, as I'm editing, it's actually gonna be closer to 5 minutes. The Amazing Digital Circus is a collaboration of indie animators Gooseworks and Glitch Studios. I'm not familiar with either of those, but Gooseworks has also worked on other animated shows such as Little Runmo and Has-Been Hotel. And honestly, since I knew very little about this going in, I was expecting it to be directed towards a younger audience. How wrong I was. Maybe you've heard of the sci-fi short story, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Or you've played the video game adaptation. Here we see a rogue AI that hates humanity and tortures humans for all eternity. That's basically this show. This is a surreal, dark, animated comedy that follows a group of 6 humans who are trapped in a virtual world and are subject to the whims of a wacky AI ringmaster named Kane, all while dealing with their own personal trauma. Now, when our protagonist Pomni arrives in this world, she starts clawing at her head, trying to take off her headset, but is unable to. And even worse, she doesn't remember who she is. And it seems like the other players have already been here for a while, and act like she'll eventually get used to it all. It's like all these characters are stuck in a mental prison, in limbo. They can't sleep, they don't need to eat, and like the playful, toy-like setting suggests, they're here to seemingly just be played with by a mysterious, over-the-top AI. They're forced to satisfy Kane's whims no matter how dangerous or traumatizing they get, all while trying to find any semblance of a way back to the real world and keep their sanity intact, lest something terrible happens to them. Now, the whole mystery of it all I found so compelling. Right off the bat, only a minute into the show, we're made aware of the existential dread that this scenario brings with it. This is a world where there's glitch-ridden programming. We've got characters and objects Gmodding around, Kane's eyes glitch into a blue screen of death, and while Ragatha glitches out, her eyes start playing a game of Pong. There's so many small details and references that are just so charming, but also add to this unsettling scenario that the characters are in. Now, there is some legit horror elements in this pilot episode. It can get very unsettling at times, like when they enter Kaufmo the Clown's room to find that scrawled over all of his walls is the word exit, and he's morphed into this glitchy, dark monstrosity, which we learn is what happens when characters slowly go insane and become abstracted. And then later, this beast, who, remember, is actually a player, is sent to this abyss-like prison, and here we see that there are many other players who share the same fate. Now, we're also made aware of a void outside of the boundaries that's still being programmed, and a very mysterious backrooms-like place that is definitely a Stanley Parable reference. But again, all of it just adds to this existential dread. The paranoia of the characters can be a little over the top at times, but I love all the expressions and the interactions between Kane and his wildcard companion Bubble are just so great. The character designs are all unique yet familiar, and the voice acting is phenomenal. I also really enjoyed the 3D animation that's like very oversaturated and bright. It's sort of the aesthetic of an I Spy book, or even reminiscent of like very early 3D animation. And again, I feel like it's referencing how all the players are toys to the AI. Now, it's only been 10 days since the pilot episode was released, and it already has an absurd fandom. It's really great to see a lot of support and attention being brought to independent animators, especially when there's all these strikes going on. Animation is hard, and a YouTube series with 25-minute episodes, continuity, and high production value is very impressive. Now, within a day, this pilot episode had around 5 million views, and now it has like 25 million. Seriously, there's those TV shows on network television that do not get near that many views. So I truly applaud these creators. I mean, a literal ad for the merch got over 1 million views in 8 hours. This shows the true power that this series has, and it's only a pilot episode. I already love the concept, the animation, the characters, and the potential of the story. I'm just hoping the show doesn't get infected with the fandom and focuses on telling its own story on its own terms. And time. Let me know what you think, if you plan on giving this show a chance, or maybe it's just not for you. I'll have a link to the pilot episode in the description. Also, if you have watched it, make sure to tell me all of your fan theories in the comments, because there's so many theories that I'm already thinking of with this show. It could go in so many different directions, and I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. That's it for this video. I do want to make these 3-minute recommendations for a lot of different things, just whatever I feel passionate about. Let me know what you want to see me make a 3-minute recommendation on next, and as always, make sure to check out my Discord server, and if you want to help support the channel, then you can become a patron. You guys don't know how much the support over on Patreon helps out the channel, so I appreciate it so much.